It took us almost 4 years to learn about the amazing doctors that are here before you today. And during that time, I was working as a newborn care specialist. Okay, so every day I went to work and I helped people with their new babies. And then I would go home to an empty home. And we had a nursery, and our nursery was empty. So, like most of you, I'm sure, I did everything I could possibly do to get pregnant. And each month, my period came. And each month, I was more upset. I was a very needle-phobic kind of girl. But I knew one thing. I knew I wanted a baby more than I was afraid of anything. I knew I wanted to be a mommy more than I was scared of needles. And then I came here, and I sat in the chair like you guys are. And I listened to Dr. Yillian explain how natural IVF worked and mini IVF. And so when I learned that Dr. Yillian had these abilities to help you conceive without doing all of the chemicals and the toxins and the negative side effects, I did have to put that fear of IVF aside because this was different. But not only was this different, they are different. The staff that you're looking at in front of you, they actually really want you to have a baby, but they care about you along the way. So I did the 'Tis the Season of Giving Hope. I learned I was their very first winner ever, which was quite an honor. And that is when my process began. And so I live quite far. It's almost a 5-hour round trip with traffic. And guess what? I would have driven 10. I would have driven 20. Because these doctors are not only excellent in what they do, but they do it in a way that you will not find anywhere else. And so I started getting monitored. I came in for all of those visits, and everyone was very sweet and very patient with me along the way. I chose to do natural IVF because it's scary to think about having an egg retrieval if you've never had one. It's scarier when they tell you you're gonna be awake for the whole thing, but everything was done in such a gentle way and such an educated way. And really quite painless, surprisingly. I thought you were lying, but you were telling the truth. And so I did 3 retrievals. The reason that I was having trouble with conceiving was because I had blocked fallopian tubes that were filled with fluid called hydrosalpinx. Dr. Duran worked some magic on me and he removed my fallopian tubes. After I healed from my fallopian tube removal surgery, we did 1 transfer. That was 6.5 months ago. And this is the results of that transfer. And I learned that he is the #1 doctor in California for natural IVF. There was nothing else to know after that. Why would you ever say, oh, I'd just rather go to #4? You know, like #1, I don't care how far he is, that's who I'm gonna go to. When you sit down and you get to talk with this man, he is absolutely as amazing on the inside as he presents himself. He is the most compassionate doctor, and he has been awarded that year after year after year, and it is his compassion that makes him successful. And he believes it's a human right for you to have a child. And I don't know many doctors who chose to do this because they wanted to make sure that you got your blessing in life. And he made it very clear that that was the #1 priority for him. So if I could tell you anything, I would tell you you're here for a reason. You are at the right place at the right time with the right staff. And I cannot encourage you any more than to say, go through the center, let these doctors help you. There were times when I think he wanted me to have a baby even more than I did. And he would reassure me on many occasions, you are going to get pregnant and you are going to have a baby. And again, you are at the right place with the right time with absolutely the right doctors. So good luck to all of you.